All right, this is LJ Holmes. He's a senior at LaSalle. You guys were 0-10 last year. You weren't part of this, but you guys have turned it around quickly. Why? How have you guys turned it around so quickly?
Well, Coach, since he's come in, there's been just a different level of confidence coming into the season.
Because
knowing that we can win games, practice is different. I mean, we had a 2-day camp where we were sleeping on gym floors. The camaraderie is a lot tighter, and it's a brotherhood.
Okay. What do you, as a senior, I know I think it was the Santa Paula game, didn't you you caught 2 touchdowns, but one with 6 seconds to go? Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Not only to be 3-0, but to be 3-0 on the road as a player, like, how exciting is it for you guys right now?
This is the best start that I think any of us have gotten to so far. So I think everybody, including staff, students, people on the team, our supporters, I think everybody is happy and proud about what's to come.
You guys are finally getting your first home game on Friday.
Yes, sir.
What can you tell me about your freshman quarterback? I mean, he seems like he's doing very few turnovers, getting the job done. Why is he having so much success right now?
His confidence level is off the chain. Like, the dude is...
But, like, not in an arrogant way, right?
No, not in an arrogant way, but he's the real deal.
Okay.
And to see the things that he's done already as a freshman is kind of ridiculous. So I can't wait to see what he has to do next year and the year after that, and especially his senior year. It's going to be ridiculous.
Really quickly, what do you feel like your part is in LaSalle's success this year? What is your job?
Well, coming in, there was, a sense of like people were happy to see me again. I was happy to see everybody. Feel like I'm coming back to a family, and this year people were excited. People were ready to turn around what happened last year.
And do you feel like you're a guy that that they, like in baseball, there's one guy on the team they always want at the plate in a big moment. Are you the guy that the guys look like to in terms of, it's 3rd and 15 late in the game? Are you that guy that, hey, get me the ball?
I'd love to be that guy, and I feel like I'm that guy, but everybody on our team can do what I do too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right, this is LaSalle Junior Gio Butteri. He's a wide receiver and a DB, right? Is that correct? You've had 4 touchdowns so far in 3 games. You've been here actually through 3 coaches in 3 years.
Yes.
I think you guys went 2-8 your freshman year. Is that accurate?
Yes.
0-10, and now you're 3-0. How has Coach Ben changed the atmosphere at the school?
Coach came in, and his big goal was to change the culture, and I think that he really did. Like, we started all over. We did an amazing foundation, and now we have a great culture, and we all hold each other up.
Okay. What's the biggest change between him? I'm not in any way getting him to compare him to Andrew or Coach Russ, but like, what's something on the field or practice that is completely different than you guys had been used to?
It's very, if you want to come out and work, come out and do your work. Like, he holds us to like a college player standard.
Okay. And do the kids react well to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you feel like your job so far in the success has been?
Just to play. Just to go out there, give it my all.
But you want to be, I was talking to LJ, he said you guys got so many guys that could be the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Big play, I want the ball. No, he's like, we have so many guys that can do that. Do you want to be one of those many guys that, hey, when a big play needs to be made, I'm ready?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what can you tell me really quickly about your freshman quarterback? I mean, his stats are pretty insane.
Oh, yeah. He just has such a good talent, like natural talent.
Is he way more mature than his age he should be?
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So you get your first home game.
Yeah.
What would you want to say to the student body? Why should they, obviously you're 3-0, but what would you want to say to your student body?
I mean, last year we would walk around campus and they'd be like, oh, it's 0-10, and everybody was sad, and now we're winning.
Okay.
So I think it would be an amazing atmosphere if everybody came out and we all had fun together and we all won together.
Okay. All right, this is freshman quarterback Richie Munoz. He has the Lancers 3-0. Richie, like, I'm not going to get you to try to brag about yourself, but why have you had so much success early on?
I just have success early on because I feel like I have the best receivers right now. I feel like I have the best receivers, and I feel like I have the best coaches.
After you guys won your first game, I wrote a story where I said the last time LaSalle had won a game, you were a 7th grader. And I'm just wondering, when you came in and took over, when I say take over, I mean the quarterback job, you knew that they had gone 0-10 the year before. They had scored 90 total points the year before. And obviously it wasn't something you focused on. But how did you guys turn it around so quickly?
Just because this whole offseason our team was working hard, and we were all putting in the work to be where we're at right now.
Have you had, are you surprised at all with your success, your individual success? Because I mean, you have stats that would rival, seniors, the best of the seniors right now. In terms of your touchdown to interception ratio, your yardage, why are you having so much success as a freshman?
I'm having so much success because my coaches are just incredible. And
In what way?
the way they call their plays, they make it simple, but the way they give me enough, like almost like power enough to where I
Freedom?
like freedom enough to where I can get where I get to read the field.
Okay.
And that's just
So far, the thing that sticks out to me most is, other than the 3-0 start, is second week, you guys are down late, you throw a touchdown with 6 seconds to go. How much did that not only help your confidence, but the team as well? Like, hey, we were down on the road and we still got it done. What did that do for your team's, psyche, their confidence?
it made us show that what we can really do, that no matter what, as long as we play hard, that we can come back from anything.
What's your favorite part about, other than the winning, being part of this team?
Just the relationship we all have, the way we're all getting so close to each other.
All right, this is first-year LaSalle coach Ben Bice. He's 38. He took over a team that was 0-10 the year before. What year did you graduate from APU?
2005.
And you played all 4 years?
Yep.
Okay, and then you coached there for 9 years,
Yep.
and this is your first head coaching
Yes,
job.
sir.
Okay, so I'll be the first to say that people reached out to me and said, hey, you should be writing a story on Coach Bice and this and that, and I'm like, let's go ahead and wait till they have their first practice. And so, not that I didn't think you couldn't do it, but I didn't know you could do it this quickly. What is the biggest wholesale change you've made? Like, I've talked to the kids, but in your mind, what's the biggest change you've made so far?
I think just like any organization, the change has to be with the environment and atmosphere that you create. So I came in and had some core values that I thought were important to the program, and from spring when we were doing weightlifting, tried to instill that into those guys, and this summer as we came in, tried to instill just our ideas, our core values, the atmosphere and the culture that we set. And I know everyone says culture, but tried to be really deliberate with what we believe culture is.
Okay.
And what those pillars of our program are, and creating buy-in and then relationships with the guys. So.
Well, one of the things that I think as a former athlete, you're a former athlete, the psychological aspect of sports is so big.
Yeah.
Believing that in that moment you're
Yeah.
going to make the play. How big was that to change? And I know there's some younger guys here too that didn't go through that, but
Yeah.
the guys that were here, like, how do you change their psyche from 0-10?
That's a great question, because that was probably the biggest hurdle at the very beginning with some of the guys is I said, look, we're no longer victims, we're victors. So we got to shift the mindset.
Okay.
I don't feel sorry for you. And that's part of what I said. I don't feel sorry for you that went 0-10. No one feels sorry for you. So stop feeling sorry for yourself. There's a new season. We have a whole new team. We are not who we were last year. So it's just instilling that newness, I think, and that change, and knowing that we can't. I mean, it's just like football. You can't dwell in the past, whether it's good or bad.
Okay.
I mean, if they were 10-0 last year, I'd have to say we're a whole new team. We got a new atmosphere. It's a new culture. So I think that was the biggest thing, is just saying, look, you're not victims anymore. No one's going to feel sorry for you. Let's be men. Let's stand up and let's turn this around together.
So I know you're a man of faith, and I mean that in a
Yeah.
good way. Some people, you know how people are these days.
Yeah.
But honestly, are you surprised at least a little bit, not only that you're 3-0, but that you are winning by the margins you're winning by?
I wouldn't say I was surprised because of what I've seen in the spring and summer from these guys. I mean, it's everywhere we threw in the summer, we were competing with everyone. I mean, we're winning tournaments, we're competing. I saw the buy-in and the belief, and beyond that, I saw them come together. And for me, I think that was the bigger thing, is we went through against some hard teams, and there was some times when I saw the shift in the team being towards, oh no, here it goes again, and I saw myself and the rest of the coaches I have and the leaders on the team shift that back to say, no, that's not us. Let's get up, let's compete again, and so I think I started to believe it in the summer when I saw how they were believing.
Well, one of the things to me, and having not been at any of the 3 games, especially considering they're all on the road, which is, by the way, another great accomplishment. You've already played, 60% of your road games.
I don't even know how to play a home game right now. I don't know. This is strange.
Well, what's really cool to me was when Brian Walsh sent me the info from I think it was the Santa Paula game, where you threw a touchdown with 6 seconds left.
Yeah.
And it was just like what you were just saying, like, oh, no, here we go again. Yeah. Well, instead, your freshman quarterback makes a huge play to your senior receiver. And I'm just wondering, why has Richie had, at least statistically and win-loss, had so much success early on in his freshman year?
Well, the crazy thing about that game, too, is the play before we threw a touchdown pass, and they called it back.
Really?
So,
Okay.
with 20 seconds left, we throw a touchdown pass.
Thinking you have it won.
Think we have it won. Holding, we go back to the 25. The very next play, we strike again. So for me, that was the biggest victory in the game, is that, shoot, we were down by 11 in the fourth quarter. We score. They come back, do it like an 8-minute drive. We get it back with less than 2, do a 2-minute drill, score, get a call back and score again. Back to Richie, sorry.
That's okay.
His arm talent is unbelievable. I mean, I've coached a lot of football, and it's the amount of arm talent he has is great. I think beyond that, though, it's been his football IQ is just really good.
Well, and it sounds like the older guys really believe in him, which isn't easy to do.
Yeah. No, I mean, from this summer when we're throwing, it's like, all right. And I think to have that continuity and be able to throw throughout the summer and feel like we're on the same page, I think is a big deal. And then his football knowledge is just really, really good.
Okay.
Obviously, he feels comfortable with LJ and
Gio.
But to see a game like last week,
Yeah.
when, they were bracketing LJ and, everybody else contributed because he wasn't just stuck on it. And to see a young guy have that kind of maturity, to me, is really, really special.
So I spoke to LJ, I spoke to Richie, spoke to Gio, who have all made big contributions. Sometimes there are guys that, stat-wise, you'll never know about them, but they make a huge difference.
Yeah.
And who can you name some guys, even if it's offensive linemen? Who are some guys? Name as many as you want that have had key.
It's hard to say anybody who hasn't.
Okay.
Because even last game, and I tell them, I mean, we don't have a huge team, and from the beginning, we say in our stretch is all we got, all we need. Period. We're not getting, this isn't free agency. We're not going to get other kids in, and you always think, oh, who's going to come? And bottom line is LJ is the only transfer we got.
Okay.
And the rest of these guys are here from the beginning. So I would say from the bench with the freshmen that every away game have been cheering it on. I mean, no one's been sitting down. That's been the greatest shift in atmosphere. Even admin has told me is, look, this feels like a team.
Yeah.
Everyone cares. Everyone's going. I would say offensively, I mean, hasn't even shown all of it, but Marcus is
Marcus Poe?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, and defensively, the dude has 3 interceptions, returned 1 for a touchdown. I mean, people aren't talking to him as much, but he's our best tackler. I mean, he's an incredible football player. I mean, defensively, the entire defense as a whole, from Warren Fowler to Todd Rodriguez to Cesar Gadino to Cody in the middle to all those guys playing together, Corbin Jones on the outside with Rashad, another young guy playing corner on the other side. I mean, they're playing with a lot of confidence and playing fast together, and that's what we would say, just play fast, man. Just play fast.
Because I get the basic stats. It's mostly passing and receiving.
Yeah.
Is Caesar a guy that if, Richie's not having a huge game, is he a guy that you feel like can really establish the running game?
Yeah, and honestly, I think what I like is that we've got 3 running backs that I like.
Who are the other
I think
2?
Caesar's good. Tim De La Mora, who's
Okay.
been hurt a couple games. He's just got a ton of speed. And
Okay.
Rashad, Austin, I think all 3 of those guys can play.
Okay.
And I know that's a funny question because my whole time at Azusa, I was run game coordinator.
Uh-huh.
I worked with Jackie Slater for the past 8 years. I mean, I coach O-line here, so people are like, I'm sure if any of my ex-players or coaches came, they're like, what are you doing throwing the ball so much?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm a coach, and I see where our strengths are right now, and our kids are playing great in the pass game.
But as the season goes on, obviously, and this is only your 4th game in a couple of days, being balanced is incredibly important.
Hugely important. And I've heard from a lot of coaches in the business, balance is whatever's working. So
Well, that's true.
the good thing is we do have a run game.
Okay.
We do.
Yeah.
And I feel confident in it. Right now the way Richie's playing, those guys are catching the ball. It's hard
Well,
to
why
stop.
would you go away from it?
Yeah,
but I'm just saying you definitely have confidence that your rushing game could definitely step up if you
For
need
sure.
it. Okay.
For sure.
Last question. I think for me at least, it's the touchdown, like you said, coming back from a holding call.
Yeah.
But was there a moment that you just kind of looked, maybe you're at home late at night and you're flipping around in bed or whatever, and this one memory comes up more than others? Is there a moment so far that has been most special to you?
That's a good question.
Part of it, I would have to assume, was especially being a young coach, first-year coach, is just seeing the smiles of happiness of winning. And
That's a good one. So our first time we threw passing league, we threw at La Cañada with a few other teams. I think there was 3 other teams there. And I told them from the beginning, I said, celebrate everything, So the first touchdown we throw is like our entire team comes off the sideline and is jumping in the end zone and freaking out. And I said, okay, this is good. This is good. This is what you want to create, is everybody's happy for each other. And I think that first game we went and, we played for a whole whole night against 3 teams. We weren't keeping score, but I think we scored 12 or 13 times, and the guys face getting on the bus, and the parents were like, oh my goodness, we're scoring. This is amazing. So I think that was a huge marker to see them. You know, that first game at Salesian when we have that first long drive, that's 8 or 9 plays, and we just punch it in to see them coming off. And then that Santa Paula game, I think I lost a couple of years of my life being a head coach for the first time, and like having
Maybe
to run a 2-minute
get some gray hairs
drill.
in your beard
Honestly,
one of these days.
having to run a 2-minute drill, you know, I've never called plays before. Having to call plays for a 2-minute drill, be a head coach, go for 2, all those things combined. I think I took a knee and just kind of thanked God at the end.
Okay.
Maybe a tear fell out,
Yeah.
and just to say this is pretty cool what's going on.
So I'm sorry, I do have one last question.
Yeah.
Let's say the student body sees this story. Why should they come out Friday night for your home opener, and what will they see? What will be exciting for them to come out and see?
I think that the biggest excitement I would hope is that they see a team playing fast and with our core values, which are power, love, and self-discipline.
Okay.
So to me, it's something you can be extremely proud of. Is you're going to be able to come out here and see a team hopefully executing at a high level and playing extremely fast and playing together. So for me, why wouldn't you want to be a part of
Not only that,
why
but
wouldn't you want to see that?
not only that, but if you think about it, 3-0, 3 wins on the road. These kids should have earned the respect by now.
I would hope so, and that's what I keep telling them is, and not to put them down or anything, but I'm like, look, no one knows who you are yet. They haven't seen you.
Yeah.
So you still get a chance to reintroduce who you are as a team. So you have to take that mentality going into every game. You're reintroducing yourself. You're saying, look, this is who we are now, and I think they're ready to do it.
So you hope the kids come out and show them some
For
love,
sure,
right? Okay.
man. They should, and just to be a part of it. I mean, the environment will be great. We're going to be right here with them. We're throwing a T-shirt up for every turnover we have. We don't have turnover chains, but every time we get a turnover, a kid gets to throw a T-shirt in the stands.
Really?
So
Okay.
just trying to get some excitement going on with that.
Awesome.
Yeah.